Hello friends, thank you for joining me for this solo episode of Conversations with Purrr. I've had a few requests to share with you my morning routine and why I do the things that I do. I believe the best medicine in the world is nature's medicine. I believe that the best 7 doctors are sunshine, water, rest, air, exercise, diet, and the joy for existence. We don't go out into nature, we are nature. My routine may not be for everyone. They are merely important disciplines for me. For me, the word discipline doesn't mean to be strict or regimented or live a life of rigidity. Discipline for me comes from the word disciple, to be a perpetual student of life. I am a perpetual student of life. I call my morning routine my non-negotiables. However, if the weather does not permit, that's not going to work, right? Anyway, I get up anywhere between 2 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. Why? Because these are the times when my melatonin levels are at the highest to put me in this optimum state for manifestation in the quantum field. I will talk about the quantum field in a whole other episode, but it's during this time where the doors to dimension are the most open. So during that time, once I've played in the quantum field long enough, I remain in an alpha and theta brainwave state to access prayer and meditation. I use that brainwave state and that heightened melatonin levels to visualise my day. And then I get up, I dry brush with a very firm brush. I dry brush to activate my lymphatic system, and there's a sequence of brushing to a sequence as well as particular directions. You want to brush up, and I do all that to regulate my nervous system and activate my lymphatic system. I then have a regular shower, and I always finish with a very cold shower. The cold shower I have on full blast, about 5 minutes. I love it. I'm addicted to it. And for those who don't like to have a cold shower, but you want to have the practice, I would recommend, instead of setting the intention of being afraid of it, to use the word invite. I invite. The vibration of that word alone makes the whole process a lot easier for you. Why do I do it? To boost my immune system. Not only does the cold shower activate my body and wakes me up, this is post-lymphatic brushing, right? It also has tremendous anti-inflammatory qualities, activating my vagus nerve. You want to, as much as possible, to have the cold shower just on the back of your neck there and into your shoulders. It awakens my senses as well. It boosts general badassery. Then I drink my greens. I have my bulletproof coffee without the ghee these days. I also have a dirty chai in the afternoon. The dirty chai is coffee with Tiger Purrr chai, although I'm having it black a lot more these days as well because it's so delicious. And then I go out and I see the sunrise, either alone or I coach my one-on-one clients at sunrise. I have a whole lot of students online as well, but with my one-on-one clients, they come to me and we coach in a very special spot at sunrise. And there's a reason why I coach at sunrise. We are wirelessly connected to the sun and hardwired to the earth. Sunrise has the most potent healing frequency. It is at that time that it is the most healing, the most effective. And at this time, you want to look in the sun, just as it rises up from the horizon. And we gaze at it until it reaches the sky. During that time, we set our intentions, full of joy and awe and wonder for all that is. All the while, I'm grounding. I'm bare feet on the grass, in the water, in the sand. To ground ourselves, to be barefoot on the elements, is the body's way. It discharges positive ions into the ground. It draws up the free electrons from the earth, naturally charging you. And what's the science behind all of this? What's the science? We're getting to stages now where the EMFs, the electromagnetic frequencies in the environment, are at levels that are just not going to sustain our biology very well, right? Surrounded by artificial lights, in front of computers, in front of our phones. Now, I'm not going to give up my iPhone or my computer for anyone, but I'm going to learn to manage it. And yes, there's good EMFs, such as sunrise. Not all EMFs are good. Most of them are bad. And so our biology has spent billions of years designing our body to be in nature's frequency. The frequency of the sun tells our biology what to do. How does a tomato know when to ripen? The sun tells it. How do the animals know when to migrate? The sun tells it. All around the world, the sun is honored. When we are honoring the sun, we are closer to the solar, to the solutions, to the soul. And it's the same with us humans, right? The sun tells our biology how to operate through the photoreceptors, through our mitochondria. And that's the key piece. That's the missing piece of the puzzle that we've forgotten. And so how do these frequencies work with humans? They work with our mitochondria. Now, you've probably heard the word. It's been a buzzword for a while now. And so those who don't know, you're born with two sets of genes. The nuclear genome that we get from parents and the mitochondria genome, where we only get from our mother. What does mitochondria do? It creates the energy. It creates the water in our body. And so if we are 75% water, and the rest is energy. That's why you want to connect to the sun. Every morning you want to see the sun. It's the safest time to activate these cells, activate our pineal gland so that we're healing from the inside out, boosting our mitochondria for optimum health, well-being, and longevity. I want to be around for my kids. I want to live a full life. And then what do I do when the sun's up? I jump in the ocean, salt water. Nature's most powerful Faraday cage. And so when you've spent a lot of time in front of your computer, on your iPhone, or you've been under artificial lights for too long, and you're feeling kind of anxious and antsy, perhaps you can take your shoes off. Go for a walk barefoot on the grass, on the stone cliffs, in the sand. Go out and hug a tree. Instantly, this access to nature's medicine will instantly neutralise the effects of the artificial EMFs, not to mention the awe and wonder you feel when you are more connected to Mother Earth and Father Sun in this way. And so the general formula is 15 minutes of nature will neutralise every hour you have been exposed to artificial EMFs. So if you already have this morning practice, when you're out in nature a couple of hours every morning, you're sweet to conquer your day. In fact, I think you're sweet to conquer anything in life. Did you know that if you were out in nature for just 15 minutes a day, breathing in the photosides, the natural essential oils emitted from the leaves and the trees, this reduces the chances of cancer, chronic disease, dis-ease by 50%? Did you know that having business meetings out in nature or near the ocean increases trust, bonding, imagination, creativity, innovation, communication by 50%? So what's your morning routine? What are your non-negotiables? Because while most people have their emotions fuel their behaviours, the masters in this glorious game of life have their behaviours fuel their emotions.